Welcome, everyone. We're diving deep into Entropia Universe today and looking at some ways it can grow. Entropia Universe, where every item has real-world value. It's a pretty unique place in the gaming world where you can hunt Minecraft and even just hang out with people.
Yeah, it really is. Such a cool blend of gaming and real economics. It's got a ton of potential.
It really does. And that's what we're going to be getting into today. One topic that always comes up in the Entropia community is like the whole free-to-play thing. Some players think that attracting more players, even if they're not, putting money in right away, could be a good thing. What do you think about that?
Well, a larger player base, even if they're free to play, makes the universe feel more lively,
Right.
more dynamic. Think about how successful virtual worlds like Second Life were, and they thrived on social interaction. So maybe Entropia Universe could do something similar, offer some free social activities to bring in a wider audience.
So like a more gradual on-ramp for new players. Let them experience the social side of Entropia Universe before they jump into the economic elements. Interesting strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Once they're immersed in the community, in the world, they might be more likely to, become paying customers later on.
That makes sense. But how do we balance that with the Planet partners? They rely on ped cycling for their revenue.
Yeah, that's where things get tricky. MindArc benefits from a thriving player base overall, while the Plant partners are focused on immediate ped cycling. There's definitely some tension there.
I can see that. If players are constantly bombarded with opportunities to spend money, it might detract from the exploration in the community, right? And those things are so important for keeping people engaged long term.
Exactly. It's all about balance. One idea is to create more engaging free-to-play activities, give players a taste of what makes Entropia Universe unique without immediately pushing them to spend.
Right, like a test drive. Let them feel the thrill of the ride before they commit.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of thrills, let's shift gears a bit to exploration and community building. How can we make these elements more compelling, both for new and existing players?
Well, I think we need to bring back that sense of wonder. Like in the early days of Entropia Universe, back then there's a real sense of mystery, venturing into the unknown, uncovering hidden treasures.
I remember that.
Right. Players collaborated, shared knowledge, and formed those lasting bonds. Those elements are still there, but they might be overshadowed a bit by the economic aspects now.
Yeah, I hear you. So you're saying we need a more organic approach to gameplay. Encourage players to explore, experiment, and connect with each other more naturally. But how do we do that in a structured way, especially for new players who might feel overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the universe?
It's about finding a good balance between those guided missions and the free-form exploration. The new player experience on the starting planet is okay for introducing the basics, but we need to do more.
So instead of just giving them a list of tasks to check off, maybe give them long-term goals that encourage exploration, interaction with the environment.
Exactly. What if new players had to unlock TP access to various locations? They could gather specific resources or complete certain challenges to get there.
I like that. It's like giving them a treasure map, with clues leading to hidden gems all over the universe.
Right. It encourages exploration and gives them a sense of accomplishment.
Adds a layer of excitement to the whole experience.
Yeah.
But what about the community aspect? How do we encourage those lasting relationships you were talking about earlier?
Well, the mentorship system has some potential,
Yeah.
but it could be more robust. Right now, new players get some basic guidance, but then they're often left to figure things out on their own.
We need a system that encourages mentors to invest more in their mentees, provide more ongoing support and guidance.
Right, a system that benefits both sides. Have you heard about the mentorship token concept?
I have, yeah. What's the deal with that?
Well, imagine a system where both mentors and new players earn tokens for completing tasks together, like maybe a challenging hunt or even just exploring a new area together as a team. And then they could redeem those tokens for valuable items or perks. Creates a tangible incentive for both sides to really participate.
I love that idea. It's a win-win situation. It makes the community more welcoming, encourages knowledge sharing, and rewards players for their time and effort.
Exactly. It could really change things for new players, give them a support system, and make them feel like they belong in the Entropia universe.
Yeah, it's about building those connections that make the universe, come alive.
For sure. These mentorship tokens could really be a game changer, right? Transform the new player experience and build a more collaborative community. But there's also the referral system. That could help bring in new players too. How do we make that system better and more appealing?
Well, the key is visibility and rewards. The current system is kind of hidden, and the rewards aren't that great.
Okay.
We need to promote it more, really showcase it in-game, on the website, social media even.
Like a full-blown marketing campaign. Highlight the benefits of bringing new players in.
Exactly. And we need better rewards, too.
Right. Instead of a flat fee, what if we had a tiered system? Players could earn more rewards based on how active their referrals are.
So like they could earn a percentage of the PED their referrals spend in the game.
Exactly. It turns every player into an ambassador for Entropia Universe.
Makes sense. It's a win-win for everyone.
Right. It taps into that entrepreneurial spirit a lot of Entropia Universe players have.
For sure. Speaking of reaching a wider audience, what about a mobile version of Entropia Universe?
Oh, that's an interesting one. A mobile version could introduce the game to so many more people.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have to be as complex as the PC version, just capture those core elements of Entropia Universe.
Like a gateway to the full experience.
Exactly. Players could get a taste of the universe on their phones, and if they're hooked, they can move to the PC version for the full experience.
Really smart strategy to grow the player base. But how do we make sure these new players stick around? How do we make them feel invested in the world and the community?
Well, it goes back to that sense of belonging and purpose. Those early days of Entropia Universe had something special, right? That sense of mystery and adventure kept people coming back for more. We need to recapture that.
Okay, but how do we actually do that?
It's about designing experiences that encourage exploration, collaboration, a genuine love for the universe. Think about quests that lead players to hidden areas or social hubs where they can hang out and interact.
So creating a world where players want to spend their time, even if they're not spending PED at that moment.
Exactly. And when players feel that connection, that sense of belonging, they're way more likely to become active members of the community. Deposit PED, participate in the economy Spread the word to their friends. It's a positive feedback loop.
Love that idea. It's about creating a sustainable ecosystem where players feel valued. We've talked a lot about MindArc and the Planet partners, but what about the players themselves? What's their role in all of this?
The players are the heart and soul of Entropia Universe. Their passion, their creativity, their community spirit, it's what makes this world so special. They have a huge role to play in how it grows.
It's a collaborative effort, right? MindArc provides the platform, the Planet partners build the content, and the players bring it to life with their energy.
Right.
But there's also individual responsibility.
Right.
Each player can make Entropia Universe a more welcoming place.
Exactly. Be helpful, supportive, and engaged. Pay it forward. If you benefited from a mentor, consider becoming one yourself.
I like that. Share your knowledge. Help new players and build a more inclusive community. Great advice. As we get into the specifics of how to implement these ideas, I think it's important to remember that Entropia Universe's success depends on the spirit of collaboration.
Couldn't agree more. We have to work together, share ideas, and constantly try to make the universe better for everyone.
Absolutely. So how do we actually put these ideas into action?
Well, that's what we'll be discussing in the final part of our deep dive.
Okay, so we're back and ready to talk about implementation. How do we make all of these ideas a reality?
Well, we got to take these concepts and turn them into actions. Let's start with those mentorship tokens.
All right.
For it to really work, MindArc has to develop a framework that's clear and easy to use. How are tokens earned? What can they be redeemed for? And how does the mentor-mentee pairing happen?
So like a well-designed interface, clear guidelines, and maybe even some in-game tutorials?
Exactly. Oh, and promotion is key too. MindArc needs to make sure players know about it. In-game, on the website, social media, the whole 9 yards.
Showing off some successful mentor-mentee pairs could be good too.
Yeah, absolutely. Celebrate the people who are already contributing and get others excited about participating.
Makes sense. Okay, let's move on to the referral system. We talked about making it more visible and the rewards better. How do we do that?
Well, first we have to make the referral program impossible to miss. Pop-up notifications, in-game big banners on the website, eye-catching stuff in the starting areas. And then, those rewards need to be way better. That flat fee isn't cutting it.
So a tiered system.
Yeah.
Where players earn more based on what their referrals are doing in the game.
Right. They could even earn a percentage of the PETA of their referral spend.
Creates a passive income stream that keeps growing.
Exactly. It encourages players to not just bring new people in, but to actually help them thrive in the Entropia Universe.
Smart strategy.
Yeah.
Now, how about that mobile version of Entropia Universe? How do we make that happen?
MindArc needs to do some research first. What are mobile gamers looking for? How do we adapt the Entropia experience?
Right.
Maybe start with crafting, trading, social stuff. Make it a more streamlined entry point.
Doesn't have to be the full PC experience right away. Just capture that essence of Entropia Universe in a mobile format.
Yeah, exactly. Get players hooked on the mobile version, and then they'll be more likely to explore the PC version later.
Okay, so we focus a lot on MindArc.
Yeah.
What about the Planet partners? What can they do?
They're a huge part of this. They create the content, the environments, the experiences that make each planet unique. They need to be on board with this shift towards a more player-focused approach.
So moving away from that emphasis on spending PED all the time.
Right. Focus on creating experiences that players will love.
Quests that make people explore social hubs where they can hang out, events that bring the community together.
Yeah, all of that. It's about making a world that people want to be a part of.
Regardless of whether they're spending PED at that moment.
And when players feel that connection, they'll stick around, they'll invest their time, their energy, and yeah, eventually their PED too. It's good for everyone.
It is. So we've covered a lot of ground today. We talked about free-to-play activities, mentorship programs, a mobile version of Entropia Universe, and so much more. It's been a great discussion.
It has.
But as we wrap things up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Imagine you're stepping into Entropia Universe for the very first time. What would make you stay? What would make you want to explore this world, connect with its community, and really become a part of it all? I think the answer is in that unique mix of adventure community and real-world value that Entropia Universe offers. It's a place where you can be anyone, do anything, and really achieve anything you set your mind to. So keep exploring, keep connecting, keep creating, and let's work together to make Entropia Universe the best it can be. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and until next time, happy hunting.